The LED.
That looks familiar. That's a work of art right there. The fireplace. This is my setup. I've got a scrap piece of carpet underneath this side of my ladder. I also got down a shipping blanket. It's where I'm going to be putting together the ceiling fan. So by the looks of it, this is an older assembly design. Been putting together these fans for close to 25 years. Screws go in, the blades come with two options. I start off by just putting them in and then going back and tighten them up. Now they come with these shipping plastic retainers. These little plastic things are part of the shipping, so that it doesn't bang around. These all need to come out. I'm jumping into this video real quick to tell you about another flash sale by Olight. This one is a charity flash sale. All the sales from today, the 10th, go to buy medical supplies for the United States of America. These are the limited edition flashlights. S1R Baton 2. Little guy here. Here is a teeny tiny keychain one. You're probably wondering, what type of batteries does it take? Well, it doesn't matter. It's rechargeable. It's a rechargeable battery, and that's it. That's how you recharge it. Look at that. It just flips right over, and now it's charging. This little keychain light here is also rechargeable. Plugs right in. Don't need to take the batteries out. These suckers are bright. Click that link in the description to get all the details on these limited edition flashlights. To make things easier to work on, you can just set it right back in the foam. The thing we are going to do is install it with this 4-foot rod as opposed to this tiny little one that it came with. Take the parts off of this and swap it on to this. So you can see the ends of these are very similar. You see how the holes will line up. The next thing to do is to pull the pin out of here and the set screws and get your rod in there, and hopefully this is long enough to get all the way up to the end here. What you don't want to do is drop your screws into the housing and onto that magnet. So I've got the pin in and the cotter pin, and I'm just going to screw in these set screws. Okay, now it's time to get the bracket out, wherever that is, and go put it up on the ceiling. This isn't going to be the easiest to film, so I'm going to have to do kind of in-progress updates. So this is the mounting block. You can see this is a block, like a 2x4, that this box is saddled around with two lag screws going into it. Then we have this screwed to the box. So that ball goes up and over and rests right in there. And then it's fully supported by this bracket. Then you can hook your wires up, tuck them all up in there, put the escutcheon in, tighten down the screws for that escutcheon. Put your blades on, put your light kit on, and then you're done. There's a notch in this ball. There's a groove on the bracket here. You want to line that up and fall off. Look at that. Oh, nice. The way that you hook the wires up may be different in your house. Battery went dead, so it's probably a good thing battery went dead. I didn't show you, so you have to read your directions. For this application, the blue wire is the light, and that goes to the red wire. So there is a 3-wire from the switches, and the first switch is usually the light. So that would be the red wire that goes up to the blue, black to black, white to white, and the greens to the bare copper. So that's how this went together. The escutcheon just goes up and turns real easy. The screws are already in there. I started looking in the box. I couldn't find the screws. They are already in here, retained nicely. Real easy to get this in here. There's a little notch, little tiny notch in the bracket, so that you know how to align it. I'll give you a close-up here. Let me get one of these in and I'll bring you up real close. There's the alignment tab that I was just talking about. So you got a screw hole here and a screw hole here. Here is that notch out of the bracket. Very straightforward. Time to put the light kit on. There's these little plugs here. We've got a black and a white. And up here, we have a blue and a white. So I'll take that rubber band off, that little plastic baggie out of there, and plug this in and attach this. The screws are right there. There's 1, 2, and 3. There's never a lot of room in these things, so you gotta be careful pushing all these wires up in there. You don't have anything come undone. Okay, as we're nearing the completion of this, there is a question, very controversial question about ceiling fans. That is, what direction is it supposed to spin in the summertime, and what direction is it supposed to spin in the wintertime? Another way to ask that is, what direction do you want the air to go? Do you want the air pushing down, or do you want the air sucking up? In wintertime or summertime? Right now it's wintertime, and hot air rises. So we want that hot air to somehow get down here. And there are some very strong opinions about how you go about doing that. I brought this question up on Instagram, it might have been a year ago, and it almost broke the internet because I think we had over 180 comments. People arguing, people wanting to fist fight over it. It was quite crazy. What direction you want the air to go in different times of the year. So I don't want it to get that crazy here. So keep it civil. In this scenario, right here, yes, the scenario with the large high ceiling, we are 9 feet higher than these blades up there. What direction should the air go? Pushing that down, sucking it up. You tell me. You tell me.
Came with LED light bulbs. I'm not gonna be able to use a radio. It's gonna get brain cancer. What is gonna happen?
9 watts, 800 lumens, 2700K. That's going to give you that yellowish color.
Oh, the LED.
Things to argue about in the comment section is LED light bulbs, how they will give you migraines, they will make your radio not work. There's all sorts of them. Mind control by the government. The other one, of course, is what direction do we want the air going in the wintertime and the summertime. That is a beautiful, beautiful ceiling fan. Currently the air is being sucked up. The theory is you push the air up, it hits the ceiling, gets pushed out to the sides, and then it drops down. When you have a ceiling fan that's this close, which is probably 9 feet, if you have it spinning the other way, it's going to cool you because you're going to get a draft on you. So that's why this one is currently pushing air up. Hot air goes up, goes over, and then spills down into the room.